Hi there, this is Alvin with KickstartCommerce.com, and in today's tutorial, I will be sharing with you how to access different skin tones for emojis. So whether you're texting or using social media or using your web browser or another app that will allow you to use emoji, I want to show you how to access the skin tones. So that being said, I'm using in today's tutorial the website emojihunt.io. I'm not going to go into the details of what the site is. I actually have another video um, that goes into great detail about how to use this site and how to find and register your next emoji domain. So in this, I'm just going to basically use this site. We're going to tap on where you see that emoji domain, that .ws emoji domain there. Tap inside, and then our keyboard is present. And I'm doing this from the phone just because I know that 60% of people typically use their phones for email, social media sites, and so forth. So I'm using the phone just to show people how to do that from their phone. So not only that, you can also kind of see here how it's pretty easy to register an emoji domain. We won't go through registration, but I will show you how to access the skin tone. So there in the lower left-hand corner to the right of the 1, 2, 3 button, there is an emoji icon there. Tap that, and then your emoji keyboard will be shown. And as you can see here, I have the hands that are brown. I also have the fist bump that's there. And so, for instance, um, if we were to look at some of these emojis. Some of them, if you press and hold, so like the ring, I'm going to press and hold it, and as you can see, the ring pops up. Well, the ring is just that, a ring. It has no other skin tone, it has no other modifications, so that's the only thing you're going to see. So when I release it, it will insert the ring there into the input box. However, if I press on the nose, then you can see the nose has other options that are available. And so you can go to the black tone nose, all the way down, all the way back to various shades of brown, all the way back to beige. The default is the yellow or the orange, as it's sometimes referred to emoji. And so, oftentimes, what I recommend to companies that are um, trying to develop and establish their their campaign is not to um, it. If you can use the default emoji. Now, at the same time, some people will say, well, I want to appeal to my audience. And so I said, go ahead and appeal to your audience. But what that'll also mean is that you'll need to, so for instance, a lot of times it's hard to tell between if we press the nose here, slide our hand up, and move over. It's hard to really tell, geez, I am struggling with this. So I'm going to tap, tap, hold. There we go. So it's hard to tell between that emoji and this emoji. I mean, looking at those, it is a slight variation between the two. So, if you're only, let's say you're using that, well, what stops someone from getting confused with that emoji, that second emoji that I just put in? And so, if you are going to use the skin tones for different emojis, then I recommend that you also register the different combinations. Or so if you own the single nose in that first skin tone, then I'm going to also recommend that you own it in the second one, just because they're so close together in terms of their variants. And so that being said, that means that you'll instead of registering one. So, for instance, if you were to choose the nose, which the default, then you'd only be registering that default. Versus if you choose any one of the first two, then you also have to. If you choose the first one, you got to register the second one. If you choose the second one, then you got to register the first one. So, to cut down on confusion, I always just recommend using the default, which is in this case the third nose that's there. Again, there are so many, and most of the faces are the ones that are going to have the different they're going to have the different emoji, and so it's easy to figure out which ones have it. It is most of the smileys don't have them, and so in most cases it's just going to be your people and then the hand gestures that are going to have them. So for instance, the selfie stick, it does have um, the different skin tones, but then again, like lipstick doesn't have different skin tone, but all of these others do, as you can see, just by simply pressing and holding, and then the skin tone options come up. So make sure that when you press and hold that you, as you go to slide, you don't lift your finger from the screen. You just slide vertical and then slide horizontal to make your selection. So for instance, if we click on the female doctor there at the top, then my hand is still, or rather my finger is still pressing that doctor, and then I slide up and over and across and choose which emoji domain I will select. And so that being said, again, it's pretty easy and to figure out. Like I said, you just hold and you just slide over, and I'll give you a fist bump in hopes that you figured out how to access the skin tones for your different emoji. And even if you don't choose to use an emoji domain, now you know how to access those skin tones. I encourage you to explore the site emojihunt.io. In addition, please subscribe to Kickstart Commerce, our YouTube channel, where we put out a YouTube how-to video where we cover a lot of different things: search marketing, domain investing. I cover even WordPress tutorials and plugins and all that good stuff. So um, subscribe. If you have any questions about this tutorial or just emoji domains in general, please drop me a question below or comment below. It would be greatly appreciated. And last but not least, visit kickstartcommerce.com, where I'm sharing different search marketing and domain investing ideas to generate more business for your business. Thanks, and look forward to the next tutorial.